Hi, my name is Andy. I'm a psychic, a medium, and channel, and this is your collective reading. Use your discernment. I offer this reading with the intention of providing confirmation, inspiration, validation to those of you guys that are navigating this wild world we live in right now, and really working on yourselves. If you found yourself here, trust that it's for a reason. All right, don't be shy. I love to engage in the comments, so if there's anything you want to share or mention, I'll be there to receive you. So, there's nothing wrong with your recipe. Whatever formula you have going for you right now, whatever you feel or are questioning at this time, is not right. You got it bang on. You've got it right. There's nothing wrong with your recipe. Now, in the assembling of these ingredients and in the preparation, in the action, right, in putting it to use, you can consider the recipe to be feminine and the application to be masculine. This is your masculine side you're healing and you're working through. I got doing and holding at the same time, right? So think about carrying a bucket of water, right? You might be strong enough to lift it. And I'm kind of seeing a vision of you being told, hey, walk from here to here. And if you walk from here to here, you'll earn this. And this is what you'll be able to do. And it's like, as you walk, you keep spilling water. And therefore you have to go back, refill your water, start again, right? When you're able to hold and do at the same time, which is where you're at in your progression right now, you're right there. You're almost at the place of anchoring down and solidifying some kind of alchemical manifestation creation energy. So your ability to find success in some sort of sector of your life, it's going to be different for everybody, right? But right now, you're receiving this message because you're amplifying someone else's wonkiness. Now, I'm getting that there was something that you were joined in with someone where you guys were both assigned or signed up for something together. Just for sake of an example, think about like roommates, right? Your best friend, you're deciding, hey, we're gonna move in together. And then right before you're about to move in together, something falls through. And this other person is left feeling like their life is in shambles. You're left feeling like you dodged a bullet. You're left feeling like the universe is cleaning house for you. Because you have the divine perspective. And now you cannot coax this person who I'm sure you love to some extent into feeling and receiving these newfound changes in the same way. You can't usher them to a place of understanding. But their wonky energy is a flavor of evil eye that is wanting you to see your recipe as being flawed, wanting you to see your recipe as being off. I also got something that you were taught a long time ago, or something that you learned a long time ago is being put to good use now. So there was something you learned. This feels like something that you might have invested a good amount of money into, a good amount of energy into. It's like you may have gone to college for something, or you may have invested time and energy into something at some point and felt like it didn't bear fruit. And it actually is being held in your experience lexicon to be put to use at the right time. And that time is coming. Or it's about to be here now, because I kind of feel the sense of the present. I have a revelation to top all revelations. Game changing. So let me know if you resonate with this, but there have been times in my life where there are revelations and there are times where like it clicks, right? And then there are times where it clicks where I'm never the same, where I can never go back. Something is put into perspective in a way that locks, and it's a foundation for me to stand on. That's what this feels like. This feels like I'm hearing analytical alignment. Last but not least, I have, if you can master it once, you've learned it and can do it many times over. So I'm speaking to a collective that are really wanting something more out of life. I'm very much so feeling the sense of physical. I'm definitely feeling like the vast majority of you are seeking purpose and success within purpose. And it stresses you out. You feel like there's something fulfilling and important that you're supposed to do here, but it just doesn't feel like you've been able to achieve that yet. And you've put energy and time towards it, and it feels like it's not happening, and it hasn't been happening for you. The major revelation is going to be such that you're able to manifest alchemically, create, and almost ground source in an experience that you have the recipes for, that you can recreate at will, because you've done it. You've done it once, you can do it again, and every time you do it, you learn more and more about it, and this is something that will never and can never be taken from you. This is something that you now know. You're being given the key, right? So to have the recipe, and then to really fumble around with the recipe and the application until something sticks. And then once it sticks, you work at it again and again until every time you take those ingredients and put them together, the result is exactly what you intended. I'm going to talk specifically about the cards, and then we're going to go into an oracle card reading. I live in a full house, y'all. You'll hear animals and loud people. I can't change that, and I hope that you still appreciate my content, my contribution. The first card that hit this desk was the Knight of Swords. Oh, nope, the Knight of Cups. And this is where I sourced in that message of to hold it and to carry it. The doing and holding at the same time. To do and to hold at the same time. He does not move quickly because he wants to make sure that he accomplishes his goal. He's a slow moving knight. And one that is vigilant. And something brings me to the emotional body, right? Water's about emotion and also intuition. But I'm feeling the sense of your emotional body being eased into this new chapter of your life. But you are having to walk the walk. You're having to do and carry at the same time and master that. But behind your back, you got someone over here looking sideways at you, turning their back to you, and I feel like they're misrepresenting themselves, right? They want you to believe that they're all good, when in reality they're over here like lost, confused. And that brings me to the Ace of Pentacles. You notice this snake here, right? Aces are about fresh new things, physical things you can touch and feel. And this hand is holding this newfound creation. And on a spiritual level, you're very protective of this, as you should be. But this is what I'm talking about when I say something sticking, right? You're able to manifest, receive, create, allow to flow through you. Something that you haven't been able to do before. Something that has actually been distant from your bloodline. Something that hasn't been able to manifest so easily, especially by recent relatives. Because it kind of feels like something that has been lost to time, right? Some time long ago, I'm sure there were ancestors that were able to create and to operate within alignment, to manifest things, to manifest very important things is what I'm hearing, not just things. We all have manifested things, right? But to manifest with intention, to co-create. And that's been lost. And you had to work very hard. You've had to burn through a lot of karma. You've had to move through things with grace in order to get yourself to a position where you're actually a candidate, a karmic candidate, able to take the recipe ingredients and reintroduce this kind of creation to your bloodline through you. When I look at this 10 of Pentacles, which came out directly after, it gives me the frequency of like doing it many times. And this is just one example. This Ace of Pentacles is one example of this manifestation and creation in your life that will add up to a great legacy, right? 10 of Pentacles is very much so about legacy, and it's in a treasure chest. So this is something that is priceless, right? And those that are willing to receive you with this King of Pentacles will be able to receive you. It's like you're holding up one piece here. You know, it's like you're telling the story. This is a source of wisdom. You think that what you're able to create with it is the greatest gift, but it's actually the wisdom. And there's something about a male here that took their time to share with you wisdom that contributed to your recipe. If this was not in the physical realm, this was a spirit that has been working very hard to transmute and to transmit, the right knowledge and information for you to run with something. It's very much so what I got as well from the Nine of Cups and the Magician card. Just like you being the magician and you thinking back to like, oh my gosh, this person told me this a long time ago and I was learning this and I forgot all about it. And now I can just add this to my recipe and bam, like this is what I was missing, right? It's all coming together. The Tower card is about revelation and it's also about death. I'm getting very much so Scorpio energy with this. It's like a sacrifice of something in order to receive something else. I just heard carnage is real. Carnage is real. So you are going to feel a sense of loss in this. And that's sort of just a little bit of a foreshadowing and a warning in the sense of like, don't be alarmed, right? You're meant to feel like a part of you is being sacrificed because anything worth having requires a sense of sacrifice. And so there is a part of you, an immature part of you, a part of you that can no longer go with you. I know that sounds counterintuitive to integration and wholeness, but it cannot go on with you as it is. So it must transform. I guess that's a better way of putting it. This puts you in a new atmosphere. I'm also feeling the divine feminine speaking. And it's like she's kind of laughing. I'm getting like the fox energy of like how you were, I'm getting kind of like tricked and enticed and guided here. It's like you were kind of like how playful the divine feminine had to be with you to move you through your seriousness and all these events in your life and all of this heaviness, and to kind of play with you in the background to slowly lull you to this place, right? This is the co-creation aspect of it. This is where spirit stepped in, and this is how spirit has been contributing to your life and how they've had to kind of like navigate with you in all these twists and turns to eventually lead you here to I'm hearing a very exact coordinate, which is like magical. The fact that you were led here, it's like a whole wide world. And of all the places, you had to come here to this very point, this very spot. And we had to, with all the twists and turns and all the ups and downs and all the injuries and whatever, you always had to end up here, right? And the fact that the divine feminine can always meet the mark, can always hit that mark, is such a testament to the Holy Spirit, to the divine, to Christ consciousness. Let's get into the Oracle card. We have Sacred Soul Sister, and I'm reading from the Rumi Oracle, or at least I'm pulling from the Rumi Oracle. It's a beautiful world there. There's a valid point of view that we travel this path of our life journey alone. Our deepest descent into the psyche happen alone. We meet death alone and come into the world alone. And yet there is a vaster perspective that we are never alone, and it would be impossible to really be alone. We are connected to all of life, and there is no such thing as being alone in reality, only in limited and temporary perception. As if such community were not enough, there is a partner, an ally, who journeys with you from birth to death and beyond, again and again. You have a sacred sister, a sister of souls. She weaves the stories of truth through dreams and insights that come upon you as if from nowhere. Perhaps they drop into your mind or seem to erupt from within you, but that is her talking to you, demanding or reassuring, depending on what the occasion best calls for at that moment. Her truth may seem overly dramatic, so you may discount them as workings of an overactive imagination, or perhaps her truth tales are so subtle you dismiss them as meaningless, fleeting fancy. The wise one know, however, that the truth of the sacred soul sister are powerful, relevant, and worthy of time and attention. Your sacred soul sister is your partner in consciousness. Make no mistake, she is you. She is just the part of you so great you cannot always see her from your conscious mind. It is sort of like the eye of the dog trying to see its whole self, which is a bit tricky. For as it moves to see its rear, so the rear is moved along too. So rather than the direct perception, the sacred soul sister is met through reflection. She can be received in those moments of rest, where great ideas are born. Her words are those we access in sleep and meditation, or absorbing engagement in activity, where the mind can relax and drop into realities far more vast than those of daily life and be replenished. So commune with her. Wise as the impulse is, requires that you learn the ways of her world and the strange symbolic language she speaks. Ooh, this is like deeply, deeply learning yourself, learning your spirit, learning the language of your own soul. This is like next level shit. She will never tell you what you already know. Why be so inefficient? No, she prefers to educate, elucidate, intrigue, beguile, as you are drawn into far more beautiful, powerful, helpful truths. So in her world and in her language, you must suspend your need to immediately understand. Let her absorb that imagery, that feeling, and the possibilities to dwell, ponder, and be permeated by the wisdom. The appearance of a horse may signify your own spiritual being, and the appearance of you may signify a false sense of identity and not the real you at all. You may see desert landscapes and moonlit nights in your dreams. When so much inner growth is happening, you will soon bloom like the springtime. This oracle comes with a particular guidance. You know something deep in your bones without knowing how or why, or without particular reason. You just know. It doesn't make sense, but you know it. It may be joy. It may be joy that you know. It may be that you know to avoid a certain situation or person. It may be that something is going on, it may be that something is going to work out beautifully, despite appearances to the contrary. At a particular moment, it may be that you are meant to take a certain path. You just know. This oracle comes as confirmation that your knowing, mysterious as it is your sacred soul sister talking through you. Trust it and act or not accordingly. I hope this confirmation and validation finds you well. Any information on private sessions is in the description box, or you could visit my website at andrewsintuition.com. I'll see you guys tomorrow.